All right, team, let's get started. You ready, Em?
Yeah.
All right, make sure that you have your OT beat on. You can sync it within your mobile app. And bonus, you can even cast it onto your own TV for an uninterrupted workout. Let's get started with this 4-minute long dynamic warm-up, starting off with 30 seconds of cat-cow. In tabletop position, rounding and arching your back for 30 seconds. Going right into a fire hydrant, 30 seconds on each side, internally and externally rotating your hip. From there, going right into dynamic ankle mobilization. You're in bear plank, you're crossing your ankle over and pressing back through your heel, lifting your heel or hips up towards the sky. From there, standing up nice and tall, lateral shift to punch for 1 minute, feet out nice and wide, sinking heavy, punching that same side leg, 1 minute total, and then elevating your heart rate with some good old-fashioned butt kicks, driving your heels towards your glutes. Option, you can always take that power out. Let's get started.
Our first touch in the woods, real-life flickers through. Sun falls down, but heartbeat rises. Following the echo air, we move from here to there. Just like children, we are free now. A magical moment with you. We found something real. We're not looking back at yesterday or tomorrow. We are here now, we have each other, and our hearts beat together. Oh, oh, 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 hearts beat together.
For this core block, we're going to put things on hold. You guys have 7 minutes of work. You're going to be alternating between a variation on a crunch, and in between, we're going to wedge a crunch hold. We'll go ahead and demonstrate the 3 variations. Starting with 30 seconds of a reverse crunch. We're going to start with our knees at a 90-degree angle, stacked underneath the hips, feet hip-width apart, keeping that lower back in contact with the ground, shoulders with the ground. An option here, reduce your range of motion. The next variation is a double crunch. Arms fully extended overhead, meeting in the middle, drawing the knees towards midline. Option here, reduce your range of motion. Last but not least, we have that toe reach. Those feet are stacked underneath the hips, creating that 90-degree angle, arms fully extended, pulling the belly button to spine to elevate that upper body towards the toes. An option, you can always bend at the knees. Now in between, we do have that crunch hold. Feet hip-width apart, hands behind the ears, elevating that chest, making sure the chin stays neutral away from the chest here. And of course, we're going to close out this block with a little bit of flexibility. 30 seconds of a cobra stretch. Hands stacked underneath the shoulders. Feet are going to be anchored, pressing through the hands, really elongating that abdominal wall. This is a great opportunity to catch your breath because you still got one more round. You're going to wedge that crunch hold in between each of the 3 variations. Go ahead and get started.
All right, team, I hope you're ready to burn because it's cardio block. We have 8 minutes here for 3 rounds. You're starting with a jump lunge, so 90-degree bend in both knees. As you jump up, both feet are going to leave the ground and then land the floor at the same time, switching in midair. Chest stays up, core is nice and engaged. 10-second rest after that. Then we're moving on to a running man. So getting into our plank position, hands directly under shoulders, and then driving the knee in towards the chest, nice and fast. If you need an option, go ahead and tap the toe down for a mountain climber and a little bit slower. 10-second rest, and then a squat jack. Feet will start in that standing set position directly under the hips, jump it out, and then heavy through the heels as you sit into your squat position, and then pop it right back up towards the top. Option, you'll step to the side, back to your set position, and then step to the other side, back to set position. 10-second rest, and then forearm plank jack. This one you really want to think about holding your core and glutes tight so that nothing moves except for your feet as they hop out and then back to set position. 15-second rest after this, and then you have 3 rounds total. Let's get to it.
right, Lindsay, ready to work some core?
Always ready.
Hold on just a second. No, seriously, you're going to be doing a lot of holds. On this block, it's 7 minutes of work. You're going to be working on 3 different variations of core movements. In between, you've got a 30-second hold in a boat position. We're going to go ahead and demonstrate the 3 core movements, starting with 30 seconds of an iso crunch with alternating heel touch. Feet are hip-width apart, knees bent, elevating the shoulders off the ground, belly button to spine. Arms by our side, trying to make contact, moving from the obliques. An option here, bring your heels a little bit closer towards the glutes. Our next movement is a sprinter sit-up. Hands at the chest, legs fully extended, drawing the belly button to spine, meeting in the middle for an extra rotation. Make contact opposite hand to opposite foot. An option here, you can reduce your range of motion. Last but not least, 30 seconds of a leg raise. We're going to have our hands behind the ears, legs stacked underneath the hips, legs straight as we bring our heels towards the ground. Once you feel your lower back try to raise off the ground, that is your cue to bring it back up to that 90-degree angle. An option here, you can bend at the knees. In between these 3 movements, you're going to have 30 seconds of a boat pose hold. As you can see, Lindsay's chest nice and tall, head to hip, one straight line, knees bent, arms fully extended. Think about drawing that belly button to the spine. Of course, we'll give you a little bit of flexibility at the end of each round. 30 seconds of a cobra pose. Feet are hip width apart, pressing through the hands, elongating that abdominal wall. That's all the flexibility you get because you got one more round. Go ahead and get started.
When
All right, team, so we have a 5-minute block now, 3 exercises in 3 rounds. You're going to first start off with some iso sumo squats with alternating punches. So you're going to point those toes out slightly, a little bit wider than the shoulder width apart, punching those arms out as fast as you can. And we're going to go right into that second exercise after. We have in and outs. With a nice athletic stance, you're going to run in, and out with your feet as much as you can. Then we have number 3, the tuck jump. With that tuck jump, hands go up, drive those knees to your chest as you hop off the ground and bring those hands close to your knees to follow. Your option with that last exercise is to just limit the range of motion, or you can do some jump squats as well. All right, team, let's get started.
Pretty safe to say you guys have earned this final flexibility block. We got 4 minutes of work and 4 stretches to go through, starting with 20 seconds per leg of a standing quad stretch. You're going to gently take your hand, grabbing the front of your foot, pulling your heel as close to the glute as you can, keeping the knees aligned. Now, a cool little tip here for your balance, you can always put your hand on your ear, or you can touch your nose on that one. 20 seconds per side. Next up, we have a standing neutral hamstring stretch, 20 seconds per side. So kickstanding one heel forward, toes pointed towards the sky, sitting back on the back heel as you hinge forward. That's really going to work the hamstrings. You've got 20 seconds per side. Next up, we're going to hit the mat, 20 seconds per side of a runner's lunge with rotation. So bringing our hands to the inside of the front foot, we're going to rotate to the opposite side, making sure your eyes are on the fingertips the entire way through. At the 20-second mark, you'll transition and switch sides. While we're down here, we've got 20 seconds per side of a 90-90. So as you can see, Emily went ahead and created a 90-degree angle with her front leg leaning forward, also on that straight leg, bending it to a 90-degree angle as well. You'll spend 20 seconds here and then switch sides. Enjoy this cool down. You've earned it.
Can it be done? When you looked at me and I dove into your eyes, frozen with anticipation, you harnessed me and told me come in close. It's where I belong, the hole is gone. Felt as though I was far away, you got me with your voice. To where I belong, the hole is gone. You're the shape I didn't know I needed in my life. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. See it in your eyes. Arms and legs uncrossed. There's no conversation, and I'm noticing I'm staggering across to you. It's my resignation. I'm letting go and letting you go in to where you belong. The hole is gone. Felt as though I was far away. You got me with your voice. To where I belong. My heart was stone. You're the shape I didn't know I needed in my life. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. Can it be done? Can it be done? Can it be done? Best believe. Can it be done? Best believe I know it's real. I've seen it with my eyes. Best believe. Can it be done? Best believe I know it's real. I've seen it with my eyes. Best believe. Can it be done? Best believe.